Welcome to Drive Time, presented by Auto Driveaway. Very excited today to be joined by Brayden Ziegler, all the way from New Orleans, or I guess maybe I should say New Orleans. But Brayden, thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad to be here.
Well, tell us a little bit about you are in the New Orleans office. Tell us a little bit about that office in particular and your role down there.
Well, so I always joke and say I should not be known as the New Orleans office. I really should be Mississippi. Um, Most of my runs are in the Mississippi, like all over Mississippi. As crazy as it is, I hardly ever have anything in Louisiana. So, every once in a while, I'll get a one in New Orleans, one in Shreveport, but which is North Louisiana. But usually, it's Mississippi, and the we go to the Panhandle, um, anywhere from like the Texas, Louisiana, Texas state line. That's kind of like our my area that I hit.
Give me a little bit about your background, how you came to join Auto Driveway, how long you've been here, etc.
My background is I worked in operations for an autism clinic, and then before that, pretty much medical, in therapy. I wanted something different. I was kind of just tired of it, so I decided to kind of look around for jobs. Auto driveways, obviously caught my eye, and the first person that I actually um, spoke with was Mike Dwenger, and I don't know, it kind of just won me over, and so I stayed.
So
So
kudos to Mike for doing a great
yeah,
job recruiting you, because you've certainly been a valuable member of our team. What excites you most about your job?
it it honestly, I know it sounds cliche, but it's actually something different every like you don't have like experience the same thing. Yes, it is, transportation per se. Um, uh, but it's something new. Every single customer is different. They all want separate things. Every single order that vehicle that you have on the lot, or if you're handling even like the MSO packet or license and titling for a customer. I mean, everything is so different. You're seeing people every single day, so I like that. I enjoy that interaction with different people. But yeah, I really like that. I learned something new every single day too.
Well, that's great. I mean,
So
that's a great thing to be able to say that you learn something new every day. Any
yeah,
unique challenges that you face being where you are? I know you said you do a lot of runs in Mississippi. Anything unique to the geography or the culture of that part of the country that presents itself?
yeah. So one thing is to know that even in New Orleans, with that being like the like a city, we don't have the public transportation that a lot of um, you know the other cities like maybe up north they may have. So I and there's nothing in Mississippi. Every once in a while you may find a bus, but you kind of have to work the different runs that you're given or orders, um, whatever you want to call it. But you have to kind of work that out.
A lot of people probably don't understand is when you're delivering a vehicle from point A to point B, to your point, no pun intended, at point B, there may not be a way for that driver to get back to where they started from. And if you're saying the public transportation in your geography is very limited, it forces you to be that much more creative and inventive to figure out, okay, how am I getting this driver back? And it's just a giant puzzle that you're really putting together like every day, right?
It is, yes, and then you're kind of hit with several different things. I mean, because you can plan, have a plan A, B, C, and D, and there's going to be some kind of kick in the chain that you kind of have to stop what you're doing and rearrange everything. But yeah, it's you got to really be creative, which I really like. So it's new
So,
every
so
day.
Yeah, so that being said, obviously you have these challenges. How do you continue to deliver on the commitment that we make to our customers, with the service levels that we want to deliver and getting their cars where they need to go safely, reliably, on time? How do you manage through all that? And why is that so important to you?
What in this field, I mean, customer service is the biggest thing. I mentioned that interaction and stuff. I mean, you're meeting new people every single day, and like I said previously, every single customer, just like people. I mean, they're everyone's different. Everyone has different needs and wants.
So talk to me a little bit about your commitment and your team's commitment to service, which is, how do you make sure that, um, what are those things that you do to make sure every day, to your point, every day is a new day and unique challenges. How do you go about making sure that we're delivering the service that our customers have come to expect from us?
With Auto Driveaway. It's not remote, but you are not like our company is spread out. We're not one physical location. So, you know, at the end of the day, yes, like myself, I represent Auto Driveaway. But it's each office, like this office is like my baby. So I also am competitive. I will admit, if I'm asked to do something, I want to make sure that I do it correctly, on time. I want to achieve, or I want to meet each expectation and higher.
Yeah, no, I think what I've seen, to your point, I think there is a sense of ownership for each office individually, even though collectively we're all supporting the same goals. I think each of the folks who run an individual office, to your point, to use your words, is very competitive and wants to, be the best. So I think that's what allows us to provide such consistent and top of the line service across the country because everybody's really working, as hard as they can to do that. What what are you most excited for in 2024?
I am kind of, I really like technology. I mean, that's pretty much what this world is going to. So I'm very excited to see how far we when we look back on 2024, like all the new technology, like how are we able to um you know run our office, run the company effectively, you know as we grow and stuff. So I'm excited really for that, new technology, new experiences. And
So clearly, you are a transplant. You've come from New York or Boston. I can tell from your accent. Um,
yeah.
that would just tell me a little bit about what Brayden likes to do outside of work. Have you spent your entire life in Louisiana? And tell me a little bit about your background.
I have. So if you were to pull up a map of Louisiana, I grew up literally in the middle of the state. So we're Sinlaw, or Central Louisiana. Born and raised. I moved to the New Orleans or to New Orleans about 6 years ago, maybe seven. But a while ago. So I've been here. But yeah, I mean, I love Louisiana. I love the culture. I love, as crazy as something as like Mardi Gras that we just had. I mean, we're just a fun uh, state. It's different. It's totally different than anywhere else in the world.
Well, Brayden, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today, and thank you so much for everything you do for Auto Driveaway. I really appreciate it, and best of luck to you going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a great one.